guys ready for the alphabet?
Mm-hmm.
Practice that again. All right. A, B, C, D is with that pointer. E. Yep, so I always think it looks like an E. E. F. G. Again, that thumb can go anywhere. G. H. Again, thumb anywhere. H. I. J. K. Yep, so it's going to be a 2 with that thumb on that middle finger knuckle. K. L. M is going to be 3 fingers over your thumb. N is going to be 2. O. P is going to be just like K, but flip down. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Forgot where I was for a second. And Z. Good. How's it feel?
A little better.
Better? Yeah? Let's say that was a little bit faster. I kind of go at your guys' pace, so that was a little bit quicker. I was going to say something. Oh, G and Q. Same sign, just one flip down, kind of like K and P, G, Q. But with Q, that thumb has to be down. So I always think of G with that thumb out is the same as Q, with that thumb down. G, Q. I was gonna get the alphabet thing. I did notice on here too that did I tell you guys last time about the G and the H looking like this and not flip this way? Did I say anything about that last time?
Yeah, because it's awkward.
Did I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so with G and H, the palm is facing out when it should be facing in like this. And then the other one is K. It kind of looks like that thumb is in between, but it goes on that knuckle. And then P, that one is more clear that that thumb is on that knuckle. So they look different with the K and the P, but they're actually the same, just one's up and one's down. Does that make sense? Okay. Because in the picture here, it looks like that thumb is like in between, almost looks like this. But it's really supposed to be on that middle finger. Does that make sense?
It's just a weird motion.
It is. It's yeah.
Because here is normal, but here is uncomfortable.
Yeah, so what I always, what my professor always told me was that it doesn't need to be like drastic difference. Like he always said that when it's a K, your middle finger can be parallel to the floor, and then with a P, your pointer finger can be parallel to the floor. So it doesn't have to be anything like crazy. It can be as far as here and here of that difference. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, oh, the other one was F. F, it's every single picture I bring up of F, they're always closed, but they're apart. Yeah, so F is like this, but in the picture, it's like this. Open those fingers up. Yeah, that's every single alphabet you look up, they're gonna look like that. And I have no idea why. Can you guys spell your names yet? Pointer finger. I always think a D is in direction. And you point for direction. Good, yep. spell Joe?
Mhm.
Okay. That's what I
I'm like,
thought, but I was like, I wasn't sure. I missed the beginning, but then I saw O and E, so I guess I just put it together.
yeah.
Good. Alright, yeah, so I'll show you. So, what's my? Do you guys remember my? Good. So, my name. Good. Good.
So we had two ladies at our ATV park, and I always say hi to everybody. I'm like, hello, and they're like, blew right on by me. They look over and I'm like, I could
That's it. Yep.
nothing. I could like,
It's like, yeah.
forget it.
Yeah, you go blank up there.
Mhm.
Yep. What's the sign for I or me? You guys remember? Good. Yep. So point. So I or me. My. What's you? You. Yep. Yep. Anywhere. You and then your. Your. Yep. So that's the possessive Y-O-U-R. Your. And then I had on there they and them. So they would just be pointing, plural, yep, and then them, like, or their,
Y'all.
T-H-E-I-R, there.
Y'all.
Pretty much. I don't know the sign for y'all, but I'm sure there is one. Like, if you ask someone that lives down south, I'm sure there is a sign for it.
Throughout.
Like, you all, so it's y'all. I would say it's almost like in spelling A-L-L, y'all. Like, you point, A-L, I don't know. I just made that up, but you'd have to, yeah, have to ask someone who lives down south. Colors. Do you guys remember the general sign for colors? Good. Colors.
Black.
Red. Oh wow, you guys are giving them to me. Good. Red. Red. Orange.
Yeah.
Orange.
I like orange juice, yeah.
Yep. Pink. Good. Same as, so it's red, but it's with that P. So you're gonna make a P, and then bring that up almost like the K. Pink. Good. Pink. Brown. Good. Brown. Black. Good. Black. Tan. Do we do tan? No? So tan, yeah? Tan is gonna be a T, same as brown. So tan, brown. Yellow. Yellow. Blue. Blue is gonna be a B. Purple. It's gonna be a P. Purple. Green. It's gonna be a G. Yep. Green. White. Good. White. Yep, so it's going to be all those fingers on, all those fingers off. White and then gray. Good. Gray. Yep, did I show you what this means? The difference between open fingers and closed fingers? Yes, doesn't matter, whatever. I can't think of any other English words that go with that. Even though could be used as that too. So that's that. Gray, doesn't matter. Do you guys remember the sign for favorite? Like, yes, so there's like, and that's with that thumb and middle finger. Like. Anyone remember the sign for favorite? Yep, so it's going to be that middle finger on your chin. Favorite. So we have like, favorite. So you got to be careful with white and like. So white is all the fingers touching and coming off it together. Like is just going to be the thumb and middle finger. So like, white. Any questions? How are you guys feeling with that review? You guys want to do it again? Yeah? Alright. You want to do alphabet, all of it again, or just colors?
Colors.
Colors? Okay, so the sign for colors. We have red. I'll test you guys a little bit. Blue. Blue, so it's going to be a B, and you shake it. Brown. Brown, good. Pink. Close. It's going to be a P. Pink. Pink. Yellow. Yellow. Orange. Good. Green. Yep, so it's going to be a G. Green. Black. Good. White. Good. White. Tan. Yep, same as brown, but with a T, which is going to be one finger over that thumb. Tan. And then I think the last one is gray. Gray. Good. Did I show you guys the sign for rainbow last week? Oh, I did. Good. Yep, so it's going to be a 4. Rainbow. Now, speaking of the number 4, we're going to do numbers today. Numbers can be tricky depending on how far we go. I can count to 999 on one hand. Just like the alphabet's done on one hand, all the numbers are done on one hand as well. So we'll go up to 10, and then we'll see how we feel. Okay? So, 1, 2, plot twist, 3. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so 6 is with that pinky. 7 is with that ring finger. 8 is with the middle. 9 is with the pointer finger. And then 10 is almost going to be like an A, but that thumb is up and you shake it. So 10. Yeah, so everyone always says 3, but in sign language this is 3. 3, this is 6. So we'll do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is with the pinky, 7 is the ring finger, 8 is the middle, 9 is the pointer, 10. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, to help me remember that it's 6, 7, 8, 9, and not 6, 7, 8, 9. What helps me remember that it goes this way and not this way is that my pinky is smaller than my pointer finger and 6 is smaller than 9. That's what helped me remember. I don't know if it'll help you, but that's what helped me to know the difference between this is 6, this being 9. The one that's hardest to differentiate is 7 and 8, just because they're right next to each other like that. But 7 is that ring finger, 8 is that middle. In college, to help me remember, I would always I wrote a 6 on my pinky, a 7 on my ring finger, just to help me remember which one is which. Yeah, any questions on those so far? There is a rule with numbers. I didn't show you guys it, but I want to tell you about it. It's that 1 through 5 are technically supposed to be this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. they say it's supposed to be done this way, but they're not gonna know, they're not gonna say, oh, that's not 5, or they're not gonna say, I don't know what you mean by the number 5 being this way instead of this way. They're gonna know what you mean. I don't wanna give you more rules than what I have to. We're gonna go over some more rules today, so I don't wanna overwhelm you guys with that simple rule of your palm orientation. But I do wanna let you know that it's technically supposed to be this way, but it's not gonna matter.
What is 10? Oh,
10. So what is this one?
yeah.
9, or F. What is this? Or B. Yeah, it is a sign for peace too. So, how do you determine if it's a 2 or a V or a 9 or a F? Is just context. You're not gonna say you want F chicken nuggets. You want 9 chicken nuggets. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be context. The only problem that I have come across with them being mixed up and more complicated is a license plate or a VIN number on a car, where you have that mix of numbers and letters. In those situations, I've seen them more mouth it, so F or 9. So they almost say it on their mouth to show the difference between F or 9. Stuff like that. 2 or V look different on the mouth. And so that's what I've seen. How are you guys feeling? Do you guys want to go up to 20? Yeah? Alright, we'll start at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're going to flip your palm facing you. 11 is you're going to flick that pointer finger. 11, 12, you're going to flick 2. 12, 13 is going to be a 3, but close those 2. 13, 14 is going to be a 4, close them. 14, 15 is a 5, 15. Now these are the easy ones. It's going to be a 6, and you shake it. 17 is going to be a 7, and you shake it. 18 is going to be an 8, and you shake it. 19 is going to be 9, shake it. And 20 is going to be just like, almost like pinching that pointer finger and thumb. 20. Any questions on those? So 14 and 15, everyone always asks me what's the difference between the two. 14, 15, just that thumb. So 14, that thumb is tucked in. 15, that thumb is out. So 14, 15. 11 is 1 finger flicked. 12 is 2. And then 13, 14, 15 are just going to be like the fingers brought together. Does that make sense? So we'll do 1 through 20 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Any questions on those? How do you guys feel about them? They easy or hard?
Definitely a little harder.
Yeah? Harder to produce or harder to remember?
Both.
That's fair. Okay, so next I have WH questions words. Who, what, when, where, how, and which is one of them too. So, a rule to remember with sign language is that you're going to use your facial expressions a lot. And so that was one trouble that we had during COVID was the masks, was that it was so hard, not just for lip reading for deaf people in a hearing world, but just those facial expressions in general. So for WH question words, your eyebrows are down. So yeah, get practicing making a perplexed look. I always tell people to do eyebrow push-ups, because next, they're gonna be up. So, all of these who, what, when, where, why, how, all of those eyebrows are down. So, who? There's gonna be 2 questions for who. It's gonna be, this is the most popular one, it's gonna be your thumb on your chin, and your pointer finger moving up and down. Who? So that's what it looks like from the side. Who? The other one that's older, that you'll still see people using, is just a circle around your mouth. Who? Who? But what I see most often is this one. Who? What is going to be those hands, those palms going back and forth. What? When, I always think of it a time, like a clock going around. When I go forward, I don't think I've ever seen anyone go backwards, so I would say try to go forward. And it's my dominant hand moving. So if you're left-handed, it would be this way. When. Other way I've seen people do it is instead of like this, doing it this way. When or when. Doesn't matter. Whatever's comfortable to you. When. Where. So it's just going to be that pointer finger moving back and forth. Where. And again, this helps me think of direction, like D. I always said D as in direction, as in pointing. And this one helps me remember too. Where? Over there. So that's what helps me remember that one. Why? There's going to be a couple of those ones too. So it's going to be a Y coming off the top of your head. Yep, so it's going to be these fingers coming down for that Y. Y. Or, now people are just doing that middle finger up there. Y. So Y or Y. And then how is going to be that right, your dominant hand going forward. So it's going to be almost like 2 A's, put them together, your dominant hand moving forward. How. Now, this one, again, has a variation where it has both hands moving out and open. How. So how or how. This is the newer one, I would say, that you're going to see more people using is this one. But I still want to show you because people do use that one. So, let's do them again. Oh, one more, sorry. We don't use this a lot, but the deaf community uses it a lot, which is which. And what helps me remember this one is with which, most of the time you're picking one, like one or the other. Like which one do you want? Either this one or this one. That's what helps me remember. Just don't put a little step into it or else you'll look like you're dancing. So we'll do those ones again. So who? Let's see. Good. Good. So there's this one, who, which is the older one, but it's not wrong, or who. So you can either bend it at this knuckle or bend it at this knuckle. Doesn't matter. Just move that pointer finger, however is comfortable for you. So who, what. Good. When. When is almost going to be like that time. When or when. So you can go around this way or this way. I would say this one's the newer one that you'll see more often. It's going around like this, but this one's not wrong either. When. Where. Good. Yep. So it's just that pointer finger moving back and forth, and what helps me remember is direction. D is in direction, as in pointing. Where. Why. This one has two. Good. Yep, so it's going to be coming down into a Y from the top of your head, or just that middle finger moving up top. Y. How. Good. Want to give your brains a second to think about it. How or how. How or how. And then which. Like which one. Good. Which. Yeah, do you want to do them one more time? So who or who, what, when, where, why. Yep, doesn't matter. So you can bring it into a Y or that middle finger. Why, how. So how or how, and then which. So now we're going to put those into sentences. So I have written down relevant to this class for the most part. Did I tell you that ASL is backwards? So I said instead of what is your name, it would be your name what? Remember? So it would be, did I say that last time? But I didn't show you the signs, right? So now you know it would be your name what? Those eyebrows would be down for that to indicate that if there's a question mark at the end of that. So it would be your name what? Now for who, I wrote down your ASL teacher who. So again, it would be backwards. So in English you would say it as in who is your ASL teacher. But in ASL it would be backwards. So it would be your ASL teacher who. So what's the sign for your? Your, and then ASL. ASL. Now teacher. The sign for teach is going to be almost like you have like books in your hand, I would say. They're coming from your head out. So teach, that's to teach. So right now I am teaching you. Now to make that a noun as in a person, you add person. So this is the sign for person. So it's a teach person. What people like to say, this is the sign for E-R. Teach but it's not, it's person. So teach So let's go back all the way up. So your ASL teacher who or who doesn't matter. And then again, that that would be with eyebrows down. Oh, we already did your name, what, right? And then I have written down ASL class when. Good job, by the way. Wanted to at least acknowledge it. And then, so I have written down ASL class when. In English, it would be when is your ASL class. So that would be, oh, good. You guys are ahead of the game. So it would be ASL. Now the sign for class is going to be 2 C's. Put them out like this, yep. And then bring them together. Yep, so close it. So it's open, then you close it. Class. When. Now, we say when more often than they do. They say, in that case, it would be what time. That's really what you're asking, is like, what time is your ASL class at? So instead of saying when, they would say time. So this is the sign for time. And to make it a question, eyebrows would be down. So if I were to say, like, wait, what time is it right now? I would just look at you with my eyebrows down and go like this. It's that simple. Time.
Check your phone.
Oh, I was like,
What time is it?
Yeah, people will wear watches.
Yeah, nobody would watch.
no, yeah, and that's the sign for phone too.
Check.
Check. No, that's
Check
good.
your phone.
That's also the sign. They use that sign for, as in a check for like a bill in a restaurant. They use that. Check. Yeah. Okay, so instead of saying when, most of the time they'd say what time. So it'd say ASL class. What time? Good. So to say a time instead of, so yeah, you would just say 6, but that means 6 o'clock. And to show time, we're getting deeper than I wanted to. It would come off the wrist. So if you were to say it starts at 6 o'clock, like you guys said, you're right, 6, but it would come off the wrist to make it a time. So it'd be 6 o'clock. So this is just, yes, you're right with the number 6, but to show that it's a time that you're talking about, 6 o'clock, it would come off the wrist like that. We'll get to that.
What is now?
6. Now, like right now, 6:39. No,
No.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
no.
Now.
Now.
Now. Yep, so it's going to be 2 Y's coming down. Now. Yes. Now. Yeah, so right now. For those moms, yeah, yelling at their kids. So the next one I have is bathroom where. So instead of saying where's the bathroom in ASL, it would be bathroom where. Does anyone know the sign for bathroom? No? So it's going to be a T. Let me shake it. So you can either shake it this way or shake it off the wrist. Doesn't matter. Bathroom, bathroom. Doesn't matter. So, how would you say bathroom where? Where is the bathroom? Bathroom. That's what? Where? Yep. So bathroom, where? That's it. Eyebrows would be down to show that's a question. Bathroom, where? Simple. So why? Why is I have next? And so in English it would say, why are you learning ASL? Or why did you learn ASL? Whatever tense you want to put it in. So in ASL, it would be, you learn ASL, why? So what's the sign for you? So you, now learn, pretend like this is a book with your non-dominant hand. This is a book. Your dominant hand is going to take that information up and put it into your head. So that is learn. You don't have to make it as exaggerant as putting it to your head, just lifting it up off that paper. So it's going to be open, pulling up and off. So that's the sign for learn. Learn. Now, off topic a little bit, we said teach, right? So this is the sign for teach. To make it a noun, to make it a person, you add this. right? So if we did learn and then put person onto that, what do you think that's a sign for? Student. Did I teach you that before? So it's going to be learn, person is a student. So you have teach, teacher, learn, student. Does that make sense? Off topic a little bit, but so you learn ASL, why? So you learn ASL, why? Or why? Why? And those eyebrows would be down to show it's a question. Now, easiest one of all, how? What comes to mind when you ask a question with how? How are you? Simplest signs ever. It's going to be how, and you point. How are you? And it's going to be one fluid motion. So with that dominant hand, you're going to do how, and then you. And that is why it's changed from this to this, because of how easy it is to say, how are you? How are you? Yep. Super simple, super easy. Now, last one, which. And my go-to with this one is, do you like cats or dogs? That would be the English sentence. Now, to say it in ASL, it would be cat, dog, you like which? Or your favorite which? So we did like, and we did favorite. So you can do either one, but we'll use like for this sense. I have written down favorite, so when you see it later, it's favorite, but it doesn't matter. So, in this sentence, you're going to use what's called your signing space. And your signing space is from the top of your head to your waist. So, instead of doing the alphabet, like you guys naturally did it, the alphabet right here. You weren't way up here, you weren't way down here, it's just a natural signing space. So, in this sense, we were talking about two different things, a cat and a dog. So you're going to put one here and one here, and that's when you use which. So it's either this one or this one. That's what helps me think of that, because you're putting things right here or right here. So, cat. So these are going to be the whiskers, cat, and dog. Dog, there's a couple signs for it, but you can either hit your hip, or pretend to snap, or do both. So dog, dog, dog. Doesn't matter. So I typically just sign dog, like I'm pretending to snap. But it's up to you. I know a bunch of people who do hit their hip and then snap. So in this sentence, you would say, you'd kind of lean a little bit and say cat, dog, or dog, you like which? And those eyebrows would be down to indicate that's a question. Which? So cat, dog, you like which? Okay, so now I'm going to ask you guys, and you guys have to answer. Yeah? Dog. I prefer dog.
I asked you a question, do you want a cat?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
didn't
want a
see
cat?
that. No, I don't like cats. I don't mind them. I'm just not a fan. I don't want one. I'll pet one. I'll cuddle one. They're cute, but as far as that, I'm good. I can leave them at the other person's house. I did have a black and gray cat growing up.
You want another one?
No. Why? Are you selling them?
It is, it's spayed, litter trained, it's ready to go.
Wow. No,
He just
I'm
has
good.
lots of barn cats.
I'm good. Oh boy. Yeah. No, my dog would hate that. I think my dog has. You have 3 cats, like babies. They're just barn cats.
No, they live in my garage now.
Oh.
They're,
Right.
house,
So the
they're domesticated, they're house cats now.
Wow. Yeah. No. I'm sorry.
Okay. You watch people on motorcycles, how like the Harley guys always do that, like give you like the peace sign and point towards the ground.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Hi.
2 on the ground. Keep your tires on the ground. 2 on the ground. Don't crash.
Interesting. I've only just seen like.
Yeah, that's 2 on the ground. That's
Oh,
what.
I just
Keep 2
thought
on
it
the
meant
ground.
like,
Yeah, don't crash.
hey,
Yep.
like Wranglers do like a wave with like a 3, and that's just because you're driving with the
Yeah,
steering
Jeep
wheel.
wave, yeah. Yeah, the motorcycle's 2 on the ground.
2 on the ground. I did not know that. Fun facts. So how do you guys feel about those? Who, what, when, where, why, which? Good? How about I give you a sign, one of those, and you guys tell me which one it is? How about that? Play a little game. Why? 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 When? Which? Who or who? Where? What? Good. Oh, one more. How? Good. Good. Yeah, and make sure, just doing that made me think, make sure it's just that right hand or your dominant hand moving on that one. Or else this is a totally different sign. Did you just sign this?
Yeah, you know what I said?
Do it again. How now, brown cow?
Yeah. But this is like, okay, sure.
How do you know cow?
We have,
Did I teach you last time?
yeah.
I did?
Milk.
Oh, milk.
Orange,
Yes.
orange juice.
Yes. Wow. I'm so sorry. I was like, wow, that's impressive that you know the sign for cow. Yeah. Also, going off of that, buffalo, like the city of Buffalo. This is time for buffalo. Buffalo, cow. And I think that might be the sign for like the animal buffalo, but I know that's the sign for the city of Buffalo. Yeah. Going off of that, Rochester is going to be an R. You go to the right, or I guess if you're left-handed, so it'd be over and down. So if you're right-handed, it'd go left to right and down. If you're left-handed, it'd go right, left, down. Rochester. A lot of cities are like that, so that seems kind of weird that it goes over and down like that, but a lot of cities, so like Chicago is a C. Chicago. I can't think of any other ones right now. Montana is going to be 2, but that's a state. Montana. Yeah, fun fact. Okay. How do you guys feel about receptive finger spelling? So I spell something, you guys tell me what the word is. How do you guys feel? Try it?
Yep.
I'm not going to do like Mississippi or something like that. It'll be a simple one. So let's try 4 letters. Book. B-O-O-K. Book. That's time for book. Book. Makes sense, right? Book. I'm going to do one that's not even on here. Read. R-E-A-D. Read. So you have a book, read it. So it can be this way or this way. Doesn't matter. Read. One more. Cat. Good. Oh, good. Perfect timing. Okay, so now, my fun fact for today. Where do you guys know where the biggest deaf community is in our nation? So in the United States, where do you think the biggest deaf community is?
Rochester.
How did you guess that? How did you know?
RIT is the biggest.
It is, you're right.
Yeah.
Um,
We had a friend that went there. And he
Yeah?
brought home all kinds of creative things.
So that, so it's practically like in our backyard. They have, so RIT has a bunch of deaf plays around the winter time, like around right now. They have a bunch of deaf plays, and they are so much fun. It's like, well, what's the point of me going, because I don't know ASL. They have, they're voiced, they are signed, and they're also like scripted. So like most of the time in the back of the stage, they have a big prompter that has all the words on it too. So you could be deaf blind almost and go there and still have access to the play. So they're really cool to go to. They're so much fun. I suggest going up. I think I already looked this year, and there's one or two, because I think they're renovated their theater. So check next year. But they're so much fun. I've seen Hairspray, a deaf Hairspray play, which was amazing. And then another one, when you guys see that interpreter on the news in the corner, what color shirts are they usually wearing? Don't pay that much attention to it. They're usually dark. They're usually black, navy
So their hands
blue.
will stand out?
Huh?
So their hands will stand out better?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly it. So if you're really, really pale, you don't want to wear white. If you're really, really dark skin color, you don't want to wear black. So in college, my roommate, she wore a white shirt interpreting once, and actually, ironically, for that same assignment, I did too, and she got points taken off for that assignment because she was wearing white and her skin tone was so light colored, but mine wasn't, and I didn't get points taken off. So I can wear white because I'm olive skin tone. It's a contrast. So you always want to wear the opposite colors. So for more of those formal things like doing the news, even I would say like concerts and stuff like that, you always want it to have a major contrast. But with me working in the school, I could probably wear this and be okay. I just can't wear stripes or polka dots or stuff like that, because that's like almost like a loud background. That's like us having background noise on right behind us and telling us to try to pay attention and try to listen. It strains you. And so the same thing for them. It would just be a little straining to the eyes if I had on a bright, wild, loud shirt on. And then also another thing is nails. I'm seeing it a lot more now, but typically if there was a female interpreter, you want to keep your nails almost the same color as your skin tone, so like natural colors. So I don't have any on right now, but I can't go with like those reds or blacks or even white because that's too hard. It makes it harder to read because then your fingers are even more everywhere. What we've learned from COVID and everyone being home and doing more video interpreting is that when you're on like a remote interpreting thing, deaf people say that it's easier to read finger spelling when your nails are a contrasted color versus in person it's easier to read when they are like the same color. Does that make sense? So it's very interesting. Yeah, so I can't go anything crazy with my nails because it makes it harder to read. Yeah, but like this is probably okay, but I wouldn't wear this like to the school. I could wear this, but I wouldn't wear this out to interpreting at like a doctor's office or anything like that. I would wear more of a plain colored shirt for that. Yeah. Any questions? Just about done today. For next week, we'll do more numbers. We'll do more question words. And those ones, your eyebrows are going to be up. So you're going to be going like this a lot, trying to figure out which one's which. And then at some point we'll do, I think it's next week, time and signs related to time. So like day, week, month, tomorrow, yesterday, stuff like that. So yeah, any questions? I have papers up here. Come get them. Huh? Yeah? Oh, well, thank you. Good, I'm glad. Oh, yes, and I do, every week I do have a fun story about my shirts, and I keep on forgetting to tell you guys. This shirt is from my kindergarten teacher who came to my last class here at Wellsville. I saw her for the first time in 15, 20 years, and she came and took my class, and then as a thank you, she got me the shirt at the end. So, yeah.